What's up, guys? Kevin Cage here with another cryptocurrency update, and let's dive right into this crazy Friday. So Brian Brooks, out of nowhere, has just announced this. Greetings, crypto community, letting you all know that I have resigned as CEO of Binance US. Despite differences over strategic direction, I wish my former colleagues much success. Exciting new things to come. And this has little to no context. Of course, we have our assumptions with all of the news and banning of derivatives trading throughout a variety of countries and cutting off to the original Binance. We have to remember that Binance US is in fact a separate entity. So very, very interesting. And Brian Brooks also has a very, very strong track record. So he was formerly chief legal officer over at Coinbase. And then of course he was appointed to go under the United States government and become the acting comptroller of currency of the OCC. And thanks to him, essentially banks can custody digital assets since July of 2020. So this guy made moves, and of course has always spoken highly of Circle. He's even spoken highly of the company Ripple, and I really want to know what is going on behind the scenes. And I think everybody is pretty surprised. I know Anders L says as expected, probably assuming with all of the Binance information as well, I can relate to that. Jamie XRP going on to say, in and out so quick, you must have whiplash. Reputational risk? I assume so as well. And then Stuart XRP letting Brian Brooks know that there are jobs at Ripple. Also, interestingly enough, we have Matthew Liny. Congress is being made aware of the national security issues about the SWIFT payment network. Cost, speed, vulnerability to cyber attacks, and a lack of interoperability with the new systems. We do not only need to build the new technology, we need to build the bridge that bridges to the old dinosaur technology as well. Notice, RippleNet is actually named as an alternative with a few others. Congressional Research Service, International Financial Messaging Systems. Speed through this, you can see RippleNet's messaging system uses a decentralized network that allows all users on the platform, allowing for bi-directional messaging and higher transparency, something that's not really possible today. This allows end users to track payment movements while decreasing cost and time for settlements. It says their cross-border payments market share is unclear, but it has stated that its network processed almost 3 million transactions in 2020, nearly 5 times the amount in 2019. As you can see right here, mentioning JP Morgan's link right next to RippleNet, saying, cross-border payments facilitated through networks like RippleNet and Link serve as an alternative to SWIFT. Discussing all the cryptocurrencies the private sector has created and developed along with distributed ledger tech. A number of domestic and international payment systems have adopted or are in the process of adopting the ISO 222. Again, Ripple is one of the only and first DLT groups to join this governing board. This is not a coincidence. And just as QNT or Quant Network has essentially created their own ISO standard, Ripple is focused on this messaging standard, and of course XRP solves the settlement issue of the payment stack, including SWIFT, China's SIPS, Russia's SPFS, and Ripple, named along some of the biggest BRICS nations in the world, and SWIFT, which sends over 5 trillion per day. The concerns and issues regarding SWIFT are growing. And why do you think Ripple, meeting Cambodia's central bank last year in June, and now this year, just a month ago, announcing that they have on-demand liquidity corridors opening for XRP usage, and then even Gold Telegraph going on to explain that Cambodia wants to get away from the US dollar reserve system? Just another coincidence, I'm sure. Personally, I think there's a crazy war going on between Coinbase and Binance. So again, this is going to be battling for the market share of the cryptocurrency market. You have to understand this asset class is well established. We are well beyond $1.5 trillion. And the battle is on between some of the biggest CeFi exchanges. Coinbase acquires a crypto exchange data aggregator, Szabo, that includes over 50 crypto exchanges and wallet services, like Coinbase's other rival, Kraken. You can see that Binance partners with Shopify and others to offer crypto payments online. And to give a little background, of course, in the past months, we can see that the UK's Financial Conduct Authority, the same FCA that did declare XRP to not be a security, just like Japan's FSA, has filed some regulatory action against the exchange Binance, including some of the biggest banks, which are also Ripple partners, have blocked their customers from making transfers to this crypto exchange. And Binance has also faced similar regulatory pressures in the US, Japan, and the Cayman Islands. The CEO CZ of Binance, recognizing that the company needs to pivot from being a tech startup company to a financial services company in order to be fully compliant or fully regulated in these jurisdictions. In other news, Uphold and Global ID partner to offer an XRP cash back in a boost for Ripple. So if you have not created an Uphold account yet, links are in the video description and you can actually get your own XRP debit card. And this is a MasterCard that provides up to 5% cash back in the digital currency XRP. I'd much rather earn XRP any day of the week rather than getting the US dollar, which is getting hit with inflation on a daily basis. And then Johnny Deaton, one of the attorneys protecting the people during the Ripple and SEC lawsuit, makes a great point. Oh, I didn't know you could get back shares of a company this way. Oh, wait a minute. XRP isn't actually shares of the company Ripple. XRP is a digital currency. Boom. Next up, for all of you algo fans out there, I hope you guys did enjoy the staking video. I kind of wanted to just do a high-level overview for anybody new and encourage people to participate in staking your assets, taking part in the network any way we can, because we are part of the revolution and your voice matters, but also your participation. So, take advantage of anything out there, guys. Always do your own research. And of course, nothing I say is financial advice. So Algorand sharing. Looking forward to the launch of AlgoDex Official. This is an Algorand decentralized exchange that will be coming soon. And congrats to Algo Foundation for receiving this grant. And again, largely based out of MIT. MIT does run a validator on Algo and of course the XRP ledger. So something to keep an eye on, because this platform is always growing. I know some people aren't happy with the token distribution, but I think this asset has some of the strongest fundamentals and funding in the game. I'll be brief here, but this has to do with QNT, XLM, Ethereum, XRP of course, XDC, anything with R3 for that matter, and how quickly people forget. Please look this up. I provided some links. Here, I'll retweet it right now and make sure I mute this, just so if you guys do watch this video tonight, you can go watch this. This is for anybody that's brand new. I have links provided. SIA is huge, based out of Italy. We're talking 600 plus banks, obvious ties to quants, of course, but then the CEO of SIA has video footage of him saying we're working with Ripple along with R3, so no surprise. And we can see Costa Peric, this gentleman, funny enough, is on the Interledger Foundation. ILP is created by Ripple, and yeah, he's board of the directors of the Mojo Loop, and he worked for Swift for 23 years, and no big deal. He was a CLS developer, and CLS is huge continuous link settlement, guys, sending trillions, a huge percentage of cross-border payments. And the biggest point, he was the chief architect of SwiftNet. You cannot make this up. It goes very deep. And of course, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. You guys can look at that if you want. We've gone over it 1,000 times. We got apps right here: TAS, Network Gateway, Networks, Ripple, SwiftNet, CNET, EBIX, etc. We got the Ripple driver right here, and this is all focused on payments. All right, let's keep moving. SIA, the first network provider certified for instant payments. This is all about tips of the European Central Bank and Eurozone central banks. Right here, SIA and R3 partner to accelerate the adoption of blockchain applications by 600 banks and corporates. So SIA is a huge group of banks throughout the Euro system. Shouldn't be surprised one bit. And of course, R3 is also partnered with NASDAQ. And of course, you can see there's liquidity indices such as XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. This is not a coincidence. And even this gentleman, a great point, you know, INAPA, also a member of INAPA, with QNT being a founding member of INAPA. I know I've uploaded videos of Brad Garlinghouse announcing that, you know, Ripple is a founding member as well, IOTA, and then even Anderzel, great point, XDC, same thing applies for Corda relationships. It's in all the documents. Trade Finance, Lab 577, I think that's by Richard Crook as well. And just like Anderzel says right here, because I had to share it, for blockchain and distributed ledger tech to succeed as a whole, you will need an interoperability solution like Quant's Overledger. This is an OS, an operating system. And one gentleman that has one of the best, not documents, but articles is CryptoSec. Crypto and then SEQ. He goes over QNT's tokenomics so you understand the utility behind QNT, why the price would go up speculatively, even based off of utility. You have to fully understand the token economics of each asset you invest in, because if there's no demand for your token, if there's nothing driving price up, why on earth would you look at it as an investment vehicle? Okay? So therefore, everyone should hope that Quant succeeds, because that will help your favorite coin as well. So whether you're an XRP maximalist, an Ethereum maximalist, I don't care what you are. I am rooting for QNT. The higher it goes to $200, goes to $500, goes to $10,000. That does not threaten me and my other investments. That's something that people have to understand. If you watch your friend making gains, that's fine. Your time will come. If you miss a 10x opportunity, that's fine, because you can find another one. There's so much opportunity, there's so much money in this space. So whereas some people get jealous or salty when another coin goes up or is doing well, I'm not at all. I'm excited because I know my time will come. And the higher a certain asset goes, just like Bitcoin, do you know how much attention and developers and overall just eyes on this space came to the cryptocurrency market because of Bitcoin, and then Ethereum, and then XRP, and then a variety of these altcoins that may very well not be altcoins someday. when they flip Bitcoin or even ETH. Here's a few other reasons why the XRP ledger is superior. It is not just the token. You have to understand the ledger that XRP is native to. And this is shared by Matthew Liny, referring to Sologenic in its ecosystem. With tokenizing, you can trade, earn, and spend. This is all built on the XRP ledger by Solo. So this white paper explains why the XRP ledger was chosen and is a project to watch. And I'm just going to speed through this. Ready? Censorship, resistant transaction processing, fast and efficient consensus algorithm, responsible software governance, secure, adaptable cryptography, modern features for smart contracts, and an on-ledger DEX that very few people are aware of. And of course, let's see, way more than 40 countries now. There's, 55 plus. I'd assume well over 200 financial institutions at this point, but this was the white paper. So be sure to check this out, Sologenic, and this is also an asset. Next up, guys, we have QSP, an asset that we've been in since the beginning of this year per Patreon, and QuantStamp is killing it. They have just audited and a lot of blockchain projects like Hedera and Algorand. Well, they just finished and at least submitted the paper for their certificate of API 3, one of my favorite Oracle assets that is focusing on first-party oracles. No more middleman, complete little to no maintenance, and complete automation, already partnered with the Open Bank project of 400 APIs throughout Europe right now. This is a project to keep a close eye on. And I felt like a crazy person saying, this is coming, we just have to wait for it. And of course it comes months later. But anyways, here's QuantStamp Security Assessment Certificate. The smart contract audit was prepared by QuantStamp, the leader in blockchain security. So thank you, QuantStamp, and its native asset, QSP. It's relatively a microcap, but to me, it is very, very strong. And the thing is, I know people are criticizing API 3, which is focused on building and very, very professional, saying, oh man, they're taking forever to go live with staking, their DAO wasn't live yet, and now everything's live and it's perfect. But there were other assets that people were shilling, and those assets were hacked. People lost millions of dollars. And API 3 did it right because they took their times, they were stress tested, they were audited, and this is how professionals do it. Some kids want quick money. I want to keep my money. So I'm very happy with how they're running things, and I wouldn't choose a better team. You can go through all the issues, they fixed every single one, so all of them have been resolved, and I'm very happy with this project. And keep in mind, this is invested. API 3 is backed by Digital Currency Group, Pantera, and also Emergo, one of the founding entities of Cardano. So safe to say you have a handful of behemoths backing this project, and nobody's talking about it yet. But Kevin is. And I don't care how long it takes, just remember, API 3. Also, Anders L pointing this out, just because it's been crazy on crypto Twitter, we have the CFTC taking a stand against the SEC's treatment of crypto. I know we've seen this going back and forth, but again, the gentleman, the CFTC chairman, just so we're all clear, the SEC has no authority over pure commodities or their trading venues, whether those commodities are wheat, gold, oil, or crypto assets. And remember, Ethereum and Bitcoin are considered commodities. And thank you, Jeremy Hogan, for asking the hard questions. I'm so happy we have people like this guy representing our community. And also, Crypto Eddie sharing this, I'm sure you've all seen this, but I retweeted it as well, posted on August 3rd. This is when the SEC and CFTC tell us that two agencies work together. And then 2018, Hinman gives his Ethereum speech. And then in October 2019, the CFTC chairman of the time makes his first public statement, and he's smiling in this video. I don't know if I can play it with copyright, but he literally goes on to say ETH, and he announces it is a commodity, and it's his public opinion. Wait, listen to this.
My conclusion personally, as chairman of the CFTC, that Ether is a commodity and therefore would fall under our jurisdiction. Why a commodity though?
Oh, so much confusion. Next up, Brad Garlinghouse coming hard in crypto law, sharing this, so thank you. Claiming the US already has clarity is like hearing an alcoholic say they don't have an alcohol problem. China has been extremely strategic and the United States is very late to this party, says Brad Garlinghouse at Aspen Security. And even Digital Asset Investor emphasizing, and I had to share this. Now, why would they need a CEO from a little tech startup in Silicon to discuss the key national security issues of the day? The answer to that question is why this little company has captured our attention for all of these years. I don't think it's a coincidence by any means. And at this point, Ripple's not a little company. In 2018, they were valued at $10 billion. And at that same time, Coinbase was valued at $8 billion. And now Coinbase is one of the largest crypto IPO in history. What do you think happens for Ripple if and when they get clarity and then the company decides to go public? All the world is a stage, and you're going to watch all these people become bandwagoners for XRP when clarity comes, and all the people and all the YouTubers that disappeared and said, oh, there's no hope for XRP, they're gonna come back and act like they knew all along. And even Bearable Bull says this, and I love him to death. He goes to say, pay attention to those that stuck through and rode through the storm with you. We've been going through the mud, we've been going through the storm, and it's not easy, but it will be damn worth it. In other news, just like with Mexico and Ripple has the Bitso relationship with actual live on-demand liquidity flows, we can see that Revolut now launches this remittance corridor to enable clients to easily carry out cross-border transactions between the United States and Mexico at a time when cross-border P2P payments are reaching new highs, enabling customers to exchange funds without paying hefty fees, which can reach as high as 11% charged by the majority of money transfer agents, all these MTOs, money transfer operators. As you can see, Revolut is looking to expand in operations throughout Latin America, particularly Mexico and Brazil, and I can tell you who has a heavy head start: Ripple. Also, guys, another day closer to the launch of Flare Networks, where we can delegate our Spark and delegate our vote to earn passive income and get rewarded in Spark or Flare, the Spark token. We have FTSO.UK, one of the signal providers that I will absolutely be using to delegate my vote. And they're announced on the Decent Wallets partners page, so congratulations. Their joint vision to make voting simple, easy, and safe for all. And the benefit of this, guys, is you don't have to send your Spark to any sketchy exchanges or any weird wallets. It stays in your wallet, and you can actually just delegate your vote, so you're never going to lose your crypto. I love this. This is the future. So you can delegate your Spark and your Songbird votes to FTSO_UK. And you can see on decentwallet.com/partners, we have FTSO UK listed right here, FTSO.EU, and FTSO AU. Very cool. We have Sologenic, we have Zinfin right here, Covalent, let's see, Flare, Flare Finance, Unstoppable Domains, lots of partners. Very cool. Meanwhile, HBAR Hedera Hashgraph is still sitting, swing high, swing low on the candle body, sitting at the 236, so the race is on. And I know I do these updates. I know a while back we did updates. HBAR, DAG, and Ramp were all at 17, 18 cents. Following week, 21, 21, 23. And here's where we're at today. So HBAR's 21 cents still, Ramp is at 24, and DAG is at 21. Do you see how they're just constantly dancing? And API 3 is finally en route to $5. It's been taking forever. Wow. And also on the XRP price chart on the 4-hour, I just drew these little trend lines really quick just to show that we're kind of creating new support right here. So we're going to see if we can hold at this level, this 74, 75 cent price point, and push back up into the 80 cent region. All right, guys, I hope you did in fact enjoy this, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And keep in mind, I will not DM you on Instagram. There are many impersonators. The only social media accounts I have are in the video description along in my link tree. Take care.